when I surrendered like this, I started to manifest. And today I'm going to share with you a very powerful, simple, very cheap tool that can help you surrender quickly, be able to let go and get it out of you. It costs you nothing, yet it will support you to manifest. But before I share that, Tanya from Rich Results Mindsets, and I'm all about helping you, master your mind so you can master your life. And if any of my content is in any way inspiring you, blessing you, healing and elevating you, then please consider subscribing. Oh, and please comment if you have any queries, if you need any help. Put it in the comments, and I'd love to offer some support, some free advice or coaching in order for you to live your best life. Okay, so let me get going with this one powerful tool that has helped me immensely to surrender. And it's called, ta-da, a piece of paper and a pen. Yeah, a piece of paper and a pen. And often when I am stuck and I can't seem to figure it out, and I know that there's a tennis match happening in my head where I'm giving free rent, I call it free rent in my head to Tom, Dick and Harry, whatever the situation is. I'm giving it so much free rent, overthinking it over and over again, then I know it's time to put pen to paper and to get the problem out of me, right? Get it out of me, get it out of you. Bob Proctor taught me this technique. He said, you are not going to solve the problem while it swims away inside the boardroom of your mind. You have to get the problem out of you. So what I do is I then write out exactly the problem. I write out exactly how I'm feeling, what I've tried. I often swear. I mean, you would not recognize me when I am writing out a problem. And it's often from a place of fear, a fear because I feel powerless, but I write it all out, okay? And I write it out in great detail until I feel the peace come over me. Now, sometimes that doesn't happen automatically, so I'll write it out, okay? And then I'll go and burn it. Go and burn it, just get it out of me. Okay, and then I'll see where I am on my emotional scale. Like, how am I feeling right now? Am I still a victim? Am I still feeling a lot of guilt or shame? Or maybe I'm still angry and frustrated. I'm not feeling hopeful yet. I know that the problem's still inside of me. Then I'll go and do the process again, and I'll write it out again, and burn it. Okay, and I wait until I have the peace. And when I have the peace, I know that the problem is out of me. And when it's out of me, then I have clarity. And when I have clarity, I then have choices on what to do next. It's amazing when it's out of you that the clarity comes. And that, I do believe, is when spirit, source, infinite intelligence, the universe, you can then hear that still small voice. But when it's inside of you, there is no way I can hear my higher self telling me the best way to solve the problem. Okay, so write it out, do it a few times. And then when you have the peace, you feel more calm, then and only then you can then start to write it out the way you would love it to be, okay? But the quickest way, I believe, for you to really surrender, right, is to get it out on paper. Get it out on paper, because when I've got it out of me, then I'm in a more powerful place to write it out the way I would want. And that's when the instant manifestation, that is when my heart's desires start to show up, where the problem is solved, where a creative solution comes out of nowhere. But I've got to do my part. I've got to do the footwork, get it out of me, get it on paper. And I want to share with you a true story to end this video, where a friend of mine, she was pissed off. She had been ripped off by a dear friend who had stolen from her in a multi-level marketing company $20,000 from her. That was her commission, but she never received it. I don't know the full details. But she had been so angry for a good year about it. And of course, she followed Bob's advice. She wrote it out, how angry she was, how pissed off she was, how betrayed she felt. I mean, she let loose. And it took her a week, a whole week, to write it out, burn it, write it out, burn it, write it out, burn it, until she had the peace. And then she wrote it out the way she would love it to be. And you won't believe it, but within that week, she manifested the $20,000 back. Now, it didn't come back from the original source of where the betrayal was, but it came back from another source. So don't underestimate the power and the potency of this particular exercise. It's been passed on, right, from someone who has done this a number of times, and it really is incredible wisdom that Bob shared with me that I'm sharing with you right now. It's the quickest way for you to solve all your problems, of course, surrender, and of course start to manifest your heart's desire. So give it a go. Leave your comments below if this has worked for you, or possibly you've got another technique or another solution that you'd like to share with everyone, so that we can all continue to live a life of peace and prosperity. See you soon. Bye.